Thank you, Angela, and thanks for the invitations. I'm actually a marine scientist, but I have a lot of interest in applying my analytical skills for sports science. And I'm going to talk about the projects that aim to measure the performances in underwater sports with a specific case study for underwater rugby. So let me change it. The underwater sports, so they are pretty low in numbers and not really well known from the general public. So the federations record 10 official underwater sports in which nationals and international competitions are organized in regular basis. Among these 10 sports, only 2 of them are team sports, the underwater hockey and underwater rugby, that rely a lot on team performances to win at an elite level. And the main differences between hockey and rugby is the 3D aspects of the rugby. So where the ball can move like in every direction, but can also move up and down. That brings to a really complicated, but also diverse team strategy through the board. So I'm pretty sure like, now I talk about rugby, you're like, oh, what does rugby look like? I'm just going to show this video that was made actually by the world champion, the Colombian, to show you like what rugby. And so it plays in the pool.
Julie, sorry, yeah. We're not seeing your video. You might just have to switch to presenting mode.
Thank you. I am in presenting mode. Okay. Because I'm showing the
just down below
yeah.
Right.
Can you see it now?
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at the wrong screen. That's the swimming pool.
Sobrepasar obstáculos nunca ha sido un problema para nosotros.
So you can see 6 players underwater, the ball in the middle.
Cuando entro al agua se me olvidan todos los problemas.
Some players are at the bottom of the pool. Some others are more like in the water body.
Un objetivo y es anotar.
And so rugby, it's a lot of speed, team strategy, connections between players. And the ball,
Colombia de rugby.
It's to put the ball inside the opposite baskets. So I don't know if you see, because I have them. Sorry, I'm just going to share this one would be better to show. Can you see now the presentation mode?
We're not seeing the video, we're seeing a tracker.
Yeah.
With the coins,
so video? Yeah. Anyway, I keep going. So in this sport, we use a small tracker, like really small, from the size of a €2 coins, that we put inside the ear cap protections. And that's trackers. It's basically Bluetooth and linked to an app. So the individual player can have access to different metrics of interest, such as the durations of the training or the dives, the percentage of time that he spent underwater or on the surface, the number of calories spent. And everything can be put together, and you can record like the underwater time, but also you can record about the depth and the accelerations. So when we put everything together, we can visualize like the dive patterns for different players. So here you see 3 different players, which were 3 different positions in the team. And on the top of this, we can have record from the physiological responses to the efforts by using a heart rate belt that will measure the heart rate during the effort. And so when we put the two patterns together, so in blue, that's the dive patterns with the depth from here, like the maximum depth in this case was 4 meters. And in red is the physiological responses to these dive patterns. And using these two patterns together is what we think like a really good representations of player performances when they play underwater. So we have a big, study in collaborations with Europe and South America, where the aim is to go and record data from the best team in the world during the most prestigious competitions. And so the aim is to record this data and develop data analysis to assess the factor of performances in underwater rugby. But also this data can be used like to develop material for coaching and to review sport regulations. So to finish the contributions of the study, we'll have like an aspect in sports science when we hope like to be able like to characterize individual and team performance at the same time and in the unique way. And we will have more knowledge about the physiological responses to underwater efforts and also help to improve the game. In terms of support, so we have some funding to equip 2 Australian teams. And we are still looking for collaborations to have like this big long-term project over like the 3-4 years. And in terms of outreach, we think that the methodology that will be developed within this project could be easily applicable to any other underwater sport and will help a lot to learn about human performances in unknown environments. And that's it for me. Thank you.